Hello and welcome to this latest Lukozer retro game review video. And if I sound less than enthusiastic, well, you only have to fucking look at the screen to see why. This is Chase HQ, an arcade conversion by Ocean. Now, Ocean were known for always going from one extreme to the other. Their games were usually either extremely good or extremely shit. And usually their shit games were reserved for like official licensed titles, like film or television tie-ins or something. Their original games and their arcade conversions were usually pretty good. Not this time, it wasn't. I mean, I'm not actually playing it, as you can see. It's saying press fire to play. But I mean, look at the fucking state of it. Now this is, as I say, this is Ocean, who were one of the biggest software companies, one of the biggest game publishers for the Commodore 64. And they've brought out this conversion where the road, it looks like it's from a fucking Spectrum. But you can tell from, you know, how the cars look and how the dashboard looks. This was coded to look like this. So Ocean considered this acceptable. And this came out in 1989. Right, let's have a go. So of course, none of the speech from the arcade original, so it comes up as a text message at the bottom, or just above your dashboard. So we have to get to the Idaho Slasher, who's fleeing towards the suburbs. And the target vehicle is we don't even need to see a fucking written description, because you know, you get this huge great arrow pointing towards him saying, you know, who it is when you eventually find him. Yeah, here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, listen to that sound. It don't sound fuck all like a car. It sounds more like some sort of UFO or something from a science fiction bloody program, like some science fiction B-movie, which is rather coincidental, because the other cars on the road look more like fucking UFOs than they do, you know, fucking you know, actually look like cars. But I mean, the road itself is green, you know, that typical colour of tarmac. You know, the number of places I've been to where, you know, the road's green. I'm supposedly doing 268. I mean, it doesn't say, you know, 268 watt, because it gives you no indication. So fucking try and get back on the road. Fucking just right, well, I'm gonna have to use my spacebar to activate the turbo, except that doesn't work until you're doing like full speed. Alright, here we go. So if I actually make it to this, you know, the criminal's car, then you get to see the fantastic routine of trying to stop him. Of course, in the arcade original, you get that you know, sense of impact as you're trying to smash his car up and stop him leaving. I mean, look, I've just gone through a fucking lamppost. It sounded more like I hit a cardboard fucking box. I'll use the turbo again because otherwise I've got no chance of catching him. Into the fucking tunnel, which, you know, I mean, look, the lights in the tunnel change colours depending as to, you know, whereabouts, you know, in line with either the road or the sky they are. So the lights aren't even coloured properly. They're just using the fucking and I mean, for Ocean to release this, there you go, I've just crashed into a car and it sounded like, you know, I hit a cardboard box. I'm coming up to, here we go, we found the target vehicle, which is this white one. So now we have to start to try and bring him in, and to do that you have to basically hit him a number of times and fucking, I mean, it would help if I could even stay on the road. But I mean, you get slowed down when there's, you know, more things happening. And it doesn't just slow down, you know, the actual movement in the game. It slows everything down. So your timer is supposed to be in seconds, but I mean, you look at it, that's not going down in seconds. But the rate at which the timer goes down varies depending on how much is happening on screen. I haven't hit this fucking thing once yet. There we go, so I finally hit him one. And that was the dramatic impact, you know, of hitting him. Fucking sake. I mean, I just can't find the words. You know, I don't know the words to portray the contempt I have for this game and for Ocean for releasing this. What? How could they justify, you know, releasing a game on the Commodore 64 that looks like this? I mean, when you get software, you know, companies that clearly don't give a fucking toss, then you kind of expect it. But Ocean had a reputation that when they did arcade conversions and yeah, original games, they, you know, would do an okay job. And then you get this, and you just get the impression that they do not give a fucking monkey bollocky toss about the entire thing. Which then, of course, begs the question, why did they even bother, you know, going to get the license to convert it, if they weren't even going to bother to actually, you know, do anything like a half-decent job? Because this isn't even remotely half decent. It's not even like, you know, a bloody tenth decent. I'm about to run out of time, which I'm quite glad about, because it means I'm spared this fucking cunty thing. I mean, I can use a continue, because the big question is, do I want to? I mean, time is up, but it's taking it a fucking age to, you know, stop. See what I'll do. See, look, you're saying let's get moving. Well, I can't get moving because, you know, right, I'll use a continue. So now I need to catch up with this, you know, poxy fucking car again. But the thing is, his damage meter, I think, has gone back to 0. So, I can't actually, you know, get him. Alright, that wasn't him. I thought it was. But, you know, you hit it, you get that clunk that, like I don't know, sounds more like you hit a cardboard box. And... but, I mean, Ocean... you know... you've seen plenty of Ocean games that I've reviewed where, you know, the game turned out to be good. They know how to make good games. They also know that, especially around this time, 89, they knew that their reputation in terms of like licensed games was utter shite. So in order to do something about it, they need to, you know, be constantly making games that are, you know, worth buying. They need to be good. So that clearly shows that they just weren't interested. They just didn't care. They were hoping that, you know, they'd get your money. If, you know, you were a fan of Tate's HQ, they thought, okay, well, you'll go and buy this anyway, so we can release any old shit, and, you know, people will still buy it. And that shows utter contempt for, you know, their target audience. You know, the actual people who they think will buy it, it shows that they couldn't give a fucking toss about you. And, you know, is that really the sort of company that, you know, you want to give your money to? And Ocean, as I say, have Ocean released games like, you know, Whizball, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Mutants, Firefly. They released, you know, plenty of decent games. There is no fucking excuse at all for releasing this unbelievable fucking bollocks. Because it has no redeeming qualities. You see my timer there, it was stuck on 3.2 seconds for, well, I say seconds, I mean it was stuck on that time for I don't know how long. I'm not going to use another continue because I would rather gargle diarrhea than play this game for another second. I mean, it does make me really fucking angry that a company like Ocean, you know, after literally days, I would say by the looks of it, of work on this, have taken one look at this and said, yep, that's ready for release. Oh, fuck you. So what do I rate it? I rate it 0 because it has no redeeming qualities of any kind. The graphics are shit. The graphics redefine shit. Says I'm a mediocre driver. Well, I'm a damn sight better fucking driver than whoever the cunt was who converted this game is to, you know, programming games. So he's just slagged me off as being a mediocre driver, and now it's saying congratulations. So this is, you know, to use a phrase once again that I've used several times in videos before, this is a game that was written by cunts for cunts. It's the only excuse for releasing a game like this. 0 out of 10. Ocean can quite frankly go fuck themselves for having the, you know, just having the nerve to release this like this. There you go. 0 out of 10. Fuck off, Ocean. So that's Chase HQ, and we'll see you at the next video.